Hey, what's going on, Hot Ones fans? This is Sean Evans checking back in from my apartment with a very exciting update. It is time to get back to business, baby. That's right, the Season 12 Hot Ones Hot Sauce reveal. Now, I know what you're thinking on the other side of the camera there. You're thinking, hey, Sean, you're in your home. How in the world are you going to do these episodes? Well, to start, we're going to do them over the internet like we did with Bert Kreischer, and as things evolve, we'll follow suit and get back to the old look and feel. And trust me when I say this, no one wants to get back to the studio more than me. The second we can get back to the studio, we are going back to the studio. Obviously, things are a little bit complicated right now, but trust me when I say that. The second we get back to the studio, we are going to be in the studio, and that is a Sean Evans promise. I'm going crazy in here. Until then, though, the same interviews you know and love, same goofy format, all new season, which means new sauces. Before we get into all that, though, I do want to say something. I think it would be wrong if I didn't say something. Black Lives Matter to Hot Ones. And I don't think it's enough to assume that everyone knows this, so let's just put that out there going into the new season. It's always been a goal of ours. As goofy as this show is on paper, it's always been the goal to bring people from all walks of life into the studio, sit them down at the table, and have a very real conversation over spicy wings. And we owe so much of our success over the years to Black culture, from the guests to the endless questions about rap lyrics, down to many of the pop culture touch points that make up the DNA of the show, things that are created and popularized by Black people, to the fact that Tony Ayo from G-Unit did the first episode and told us that we were doing it wrong. He's like, you guys got to eat the wings too. So back when Hot Ones was just an idea and like an email someplace, it was like Tony Ayo that really helped us get that plane off of the ground. So without that moment, without hip hop, there's no Hot Ones. It's just a part of our origin story since the beginning, the foundation, literally since the first episode. Without Black culture, there's no Hot Ones. Without Black culture, there's no pop culture, which is why it drives me totally insane when people complain about rappers being on the show, since it's so much a part of what we've been doing since the first episode. And I mean this when I say it. I'll put our fans up against anybody on the internet. Some of the smartest, most thoughtful fans, I'll put our fans up against anybody's. And that's why I'm hoping that if you see that in the comments, that you point it out. Or if you see casual racism in your life, you call it out. That's the hope for me. That's the hope for you. That's the hope for us going into Season 12. And speaking of Season 12, it is time to break down the Hot Ones hot sauce lineup. And starting off in the leadoff spot, it's the classic with a blue label. Like many great things in life, this sauce was born from a mistake when a batch of the classic was accidentally mixed with 10 times the amount of garlic in the recipe. Oops, but it turns out it was delicious. And after tinkering with the formula, mixing in some sweet Fresno peppers, a big punch of garlic, bam, classic garlic Fresno was born. All right, moving on to the 2 spot. At number 2, it's Steel City Jade Jaguar. If you watch the show, you know I have a soft spot for Canadian hot sauces. This one is right out of Ontario. It has a rich oil base that just sets the stage for a zesty trio of jalapenos, garlic, and lime. Delicious. All right, moving on to number 3. It's Fresno Sauce Company's Chipotle and Habanero. This LA native right here, this sauce, custom made for the Hot Ones 3 spot. It lures you in with fruity habanero and savory garlic, and then right when you're in the middle of an anecdote, it smacks you in the face with a lingering dose of heat and chipotle smoke. All right, moving on to number 4. The Grim Reaper raises his sickle and beckons on the label of Hotter Than Hell Ghost Sauce. This right here is out of Jacksonville, Florida. Very fresh tasting sauce. You have carrots, you have tomatoes, farmer's market ingredients, but don't be fooled. They don't put the Grim Reaper on a bottle for nothing. A healthy dose of ghost pepper, very strong number 4, in our setup for the halfway point, Los Calientes Rojo. You already know the vibe, it's like Los Calientes, but it's red. Applewood smoked jalapenos, citrus, and a handful of habaneros to crank up the volume a little bit. The perfect pairing for the internet's most beloved Instagram deep dives. All right, moving on to the 6th spot. Kicking off the back half, it's Seafire Gourmet Reaper, and for those of you keeping score at home, this is now the 2nd bottle that we've had in the lineup with the Grim Reaper holding a sickle on it. And we are only on sauce number 6. Now, if you've been around here, you know that you have to respect the Carolina Reaper. I know I give the Carolina Reaper a lot of respect, but in this sauce, you have this sting, and it's balanced out with barbecue, honey, and brown sugar. If that doesn't sound good, I don't know what does. All right, now we're moving on to the number 7 spot. It's no joke here at number 7. For our new number 7, we head to Nebraska. It's Volcanic Peppers Thor's Hammer. You know, we love a good Viking over here at First We Feast, and this sauce right here, it drops the hammer on your taste buds with a potentially lethal combination of 7-pot peppers and chocolate ghost. Sure to put our guests up against the ropes, and then we have a knockout punch. Da Bomb Beyond Insanity holds down its legacy position in the 8th spot. Whether or not sending this sauce through the mail to celebrities' homes will result in any legal repercussions, I guess only time will tell. I've said it before, I'll say it again, from my cold dead hands. Da Bomb Beyond Insanity holds its place in the lineup. It is our old glory, and she stays. All right, we got a new number 9. Our new number 9 is Mono Loco Pierre de Almas, and we're super excited about this one. Our first sauce out of Costa Rica. This sauce right here will knock you off your perch in the canopy and leave you face down on the rainforest floor. The big citrus flavor and heat, they come from Panamanian peppers, ghost chilies, garlic and spices, lemon, an awesome sauce, very complex, very hot. And speaking of very hot, it's the last dab, Triple X, holding down the 10 spot. Some traditions stay, this is one of them, the last dab, Triple X, closing out our lineup. And here it is, in all of its glory, the Hot Ones Season 12 lineup. And when we do a reveal, you know the episodes are just around the corner. Hot Ones Season 12 premieres June 25th. That's right, June 25th. Mark your calendars. Hot Ones is back, baby. Thank you so much for your support over now 5 years, 11 seasons, on to 12. I have missed you so much. I love you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being patient. And we will see you again on June 25th. Hey, what's going on, Hot Ones fans? This is Sean Evans checking in with a very exciting Hot Ones sub box announcement. If you are not already subscribed, July is the month to do it. Why? Because you will be the first person to get the classic Garlic Fresno edition, which will be featured in July's box along with 2 other sauces from some of our favorite makers. The sauce is like a brighter, more natural sriracha with no sugar, and sub box space is limited. So if you're on the fence, do not wait. And I know what you're thinking at home. What if I just want the sauce? It'll go on sale later in July, but first look goes to Subbox subscribers, heatness.com to sign up. The classic Fresno Garlic edition. Around here, we call it the Blue Label.